Chat, my beautiful people. We are ready to go. We are ready to see what's next for this team. This team that, of course, spoiler alert, finally won. It happened. We took yesterday off to just be okay with the win, to let it settle in, enjoy the moment for the fact that we won. Enjoy it. Because it's probably going to get rough, and it already got rough immediately because, of course, one of the best players in the history of my channels on Twitch and YouTube, certainly one of the better players in the history of this goddamn team, Matthias Ekman retired. Again, somebody who's up there for like most 50-goal seasons, like an absolute beast. So, who's on the Sharks jersey? It is a number 19 Joe Thornton. Because why would it not be? So, we are dealing with the loss of Ekman. Joe Byer is still here. We technically have 3 seasons left. Our 25th season would technically be 44 to 45. So we still have some time. We need to see what happens. We can't leave until the team is set. So we get to kick things off in a more positive note with the draft because for the first time ever we get the last pick of the first round. And I've never been more happy to have the last pick of the first round. Although, holy shit, are we going to have very few options from the looks of it. And the shitty thing is, a lot of these dudes will literally never see them develop because it'll be too little too late. Because, of course, we have a 25-year limit, which I think is incredibly dumb. Aiden Wilm. 4 years out, damn shame. It's not that bad, though. Rose Hill. This dude's got a Chelios comparison. I think it would have to be Rose Hill. We don't know, like, anything about that dude, though. I don't think it'll be a defenseman in the first round. And for the forwards, dude, there are so many players. What did my scouts do all year? Jesus. What the hell do I pay you fuckers for? You didn't even do anything. I mean, they're like, hey, we're coming to the end of the 25-year limit, so fuck it. We're done. We're not trying anymore. That is exactly what happened here. Holy hell. I mean, it's either you hear Wojciechowski, or it's that goalie. Like, our scouting department literally just took the fucking year off. They outright took the year off. Holy shit. He's a goalie. He only played in 6 games. I'm gonna go for Wilm. I don't like the look of anybody else. And Mr. Aiden Adan Wilm is a medium elite. So we get a 58 overall medium elite goaltender to replace the fact that a certain goalie who's the 90 overall or so is going to be leaving this team. So, hey. Even though we're towards the end of this, we still nailed our pick, damn it. We nailed it. And someone like Rose Hill's still there, Wojciechowski, Tanaka. I mean, you're not wrong that micromanaging scouting is the way to go if you do want to have that much success. You're not wrong. But for the sake of trying to get through 25 goddamn years, obviously we don't micromanage, sometimes to our detriment. Really quickly, how'd the rest of this round go? I want to know if I missed out on anybody. Bunch of medium 9s, medium top 6. There was a low elite power forward, and Vaja Holahi, who we never even looked at. So didn't have info on him. I mean, for the most part, it looks like we didn't really miss anybody. Oof. Man, the draft class quality, once we hit year 20, straight off the cliff. Straight off the cliff. It's been brutal. Let's see, Ronald Bartkowski. I mean, he might have that potential, but he looks like garbage. Holy defenseman. Antoine Lefebvre cannot skate worth a damn. Chuck Redenbach. Probably go for Chuck, maybe? This draft looks horrible so far. Cop it. So it'd only take you if you were a enforcer at this stage. There's Rose Hill again. 40 Waters isn't that bad. Pekarainen's not that bad. I would not be surprised if we go for a defenseman here. Well, it's not that bad either. Who do we have for forwards? 4 dudes. Keaton Tanaka. Meh. Miles Black. Mr. Black. He's okay. Ruben Ramsey. And again, Wojcicka. This is bad. That's what this is. This is looking rough. There's like 2 forwards I'd take. There's more defensemen where you could make an argument of who to take. It'll probably be Rose Hill or Waters. This is looking like a rough draft. Delight, what's going on? Fuck it. Let's go for Garrett Rosehill. Whatever. Yeah, he's a low 4. It's just a shame, right? Because normally, when you get close to that 25-year limit, Bartkowski was actually a high elite. That's hilarious. He's only a 48, though. Go figure, our scout was right on that. Normally, when you get towards the 25-year limit, this game just loves to throw great players at you to piss you off at the fact that you're never going to see them develop. That hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. Did we just do fun in the last year? Nope. I... Obviously not taking shots, but people are like, oh, hey, just have fun and blow the team up. That's not fun to me, though. Like, if I wanted to just be like, hey, I'm going to blow shit up, I'd just start a different series. Which we're going to, eventually. Okay, we got 3 years left. I need to see how this pans out, because we don't know what the hell Byer's going to do. We don't know when he's going to retire or not. He might not retire in the course of this. That is absolutely a possibility, is that Joe Byer does not retire in this 25-year limit. If he hasn't retired yet. I mean, all of these goalies are kind of garbage. This entire draft is kind of garbage. You got Dansk. I've already been destroyed by one goalie named Dansk, so why not another? Tuki's not normal. What's fun to you is not fun to him. Fair? Fair enough. Big facts. Gonna need 2 overall, maybe in the second round. Yes, you did mention that. I'm telling you, man, those older drafts were nuts. I mean, the Freddie McDonough draft shows as much. Alright, so for forwards, there is one. It's another Grigor that we could take. He's more like me than I'd like to admit. Well, Tyler, I'm insulted. Thank you. This dude might randomly have a 2-year ETA, but it could also be completely off the mark. But the rest of this draft looks like trash. Let's just take Seth Forrest. See how good he is. He's trash. He's a medium top 6. This draft is awful. Again, not just for us. It's awful for everybody. My God. Josh Grant. What is happening? Alright. Let's see who else we got here in this shitstorm of nothingness. My God. I mean, we got a medium league goalie in the first round, but it's not exactly a big deal. You know? Alright, for the goalers. And there's a lot of them. None of them with, like, great ETAs or anything. Dietz is probably the best one, unless you bank on Jerome Gagnon to be the best option. Defensively, Pavelski would have to be an enforcer. This is atrocious. Holy shit. This draft sucks. Oh my God. Alright, there's a dude with an A+ physical and B- skating at 17. Nick Campoli, son of Chris. Might be grandson at this point. Let's take Campoli. Medium bottom 6. Son of a bitch. What's his overall, at least? 55 enforcer. I've so very much given up on these drafts being anything worth even noting, you know? Alright, what we're gonna do is pin all of the players who are projected to go within the top 300 or so, maybe even the 250. And we'll see who's the best of the rest at this stage. I can't help but think we're going to have to rely on goaltenders if we want to actually get good picks. And otherwise, it's just admitting defeat and waving that white flag because, good lord, this is already looking atrocious. This is already looking atrocious. Might get another enforcer out of it, though. Who could say no to another enforcer, right? Alright, we're almost in the top 300 again. I've had no luck drafting people outside of the top 300. They never live up to the value that it shows them at. So let's see. Let's call a timeout. We're in, what, the 5th round? I'm going to try to line up like 3 of these picks. Let's see what we got. Indeed, Mayday. Indeed. It's nice that the pressure's off for this team. That's for sure. Holy flippin' goalies. So Amir Locke's not that bad. O'Neill, who the hell knows? Corazzini, who the hell knows? I mean, there's just an absurd amount of goalies. Defensemen, do we actually have anybody? Take that dude out. Take that dude out. Brady Cooperman is trash. Cameron Trevelyan might have something to him, maybe. Dustin Rokon. Justin Hamilton. Jonathan Linglet. Jesse Ma. A B- in physical. Jameson Morrow. Trash. Magnus Johansson. Sidekick. Marco Karainen. Ooh. Well, hello, Marco. Maybe. Possibly. Roy Perreault. Hello. A Senses. It's a weird player. Take Ma out of there. Take Trevelyan out of there. I think we have 2 options. Valcourt has a good shot. Everything else sucks. Peterman sucks. Malhotra, son of Manny, absolutely sucks. This is awful. Awful, 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 awful. Burmistrov, I don't know a damn thing about you, aside from the fact that you're an overager, so maybe for the memes. Galvin, maybe? Keatley, maybe? Liston? Trash. Schaefer, hello. Bonet, interesting. Bure, interesting. Booze, maybe. Howes, no. Merrick, no. When you do your next franchise, am I doing another custom team? Probably doing another custom team. Because again, I don't have my custom rosters anymore. EA's rosters by default are trash. So I'm doing my best to ignore them by not having to really rely on EA's rosters. Hence doing stuff like Draft to Glory, where I never really have to see these players never develop, you know? It's pretty much what we're aiming for. It's pretty much what we're aiming for. So there are a decent amount of dudes in each spot. 2 kind of interesting defensemen. I don't really think it matters. Again, Burmistrov, I probably just won't guess. 2 Bs, 4 years out. 2 Bs, 4 years out. Stays 1 A-, 5 years out. Nah. 4 A, 2 Bs. That A- is interesting though. Booze with 1 B. Get him out of here. Howes with 1 B. Benin with 1 B. Just trying to kind of get this down to the forwards that I actually care about. Again, I guess if you have a 5-year ETA, we'll probably drop you. So we have 4 forwards that are kind of interesting, a couple of defensemen, and a buttload of goalies. none of which I really care to pick. So if we look at skaters, who's projected to go next? It looks like Bure or Galvin. 6'5" at 19, 4 years out. 4 years out at 20 for one Austin Galvin. Let's go for this dude, Georges Bure, who was another medium bottom 6. And these guys are gonna have ice time by the time it's over. Correct! I was hoping to find maybe a late bloomer, but it's not happening. We got 4 dudes left. Honestly, if we're taking Marco Karainen, now's the time to take him. And I'm intrigued by the A- in senses. Low 7th. And that brings us to the final pick. Pittsburgh gets a low elite. The final pick of the draft. We have 3 goalies left. 2 goalies left. It's down to Perreault or Locke. Perreault has that A in senses. Let's go for Rory Perreault. Low 7. The draft quality has just fallen off of a cliff, as I'm gonna have to re-sign our head coach. Holy shit. Oh, we're so screwed, man. Thank God we won the cup, because if we didn't, we were absolutely screwed. Our A goalie coach retired. Our 2 assistants retired. Holy hell. Thank God we won the cup, because so many members of this coaching staff retired. I sat there before and thought, oh, this is our last year to be competitive. I genuinely don't think we'll win a cup again. Like, even if Ekman didn't retire, we were probably screwed. Let's be honest. Niemi, indeed. It's sad that Ekman will not be with us for the rest of this, but hey, you know, we'll see what we do. We'll see how it goes. Indeed, Snipe, you missed it. Owner mode I play with off. It's just kind of tedious more than anything. I don't really think it's in-depth enough to kind of give you the experience of, well, Ottawa's a rich team. Ottawa's not a rich team, or at least they have an owner who doesn't want to spend, so, like, there's just too much importance on the coaching staff. And I just don't think owner mode's in-depth enough to properly kind of replicate, like, okay, well, here's why you wouldn't have a good staff. And if you don't have a good staff, like, we've seen it directly. If I have a C coach with the same team, we're barely a playoff team. If I have an A coach, we win the Presidents. So, yeah. Owner mode I just don't think is there right now. Did I hear about Tamir Faisadinov? I did, and it's sad as hell. Shit, by the time this gets posted up on YouTube, he may have passed away. But, you know, player that just kind of routine play, takes a puck to the head, and it doesn't look like he's going to make it, which is crazy. On a happier note, Rantanen, Cardwall, McClement. I got room for 3 dudes. We're definitely signing Liston. This guy's unbelievable. So now we got room for 2 dudes, and obviously we're not signing Barlow to $8 million. I don't know what we're going to do with that trifecta of goalies there. We're actually going to hold off. Defensively, Mr. Zagrappin. Holy shit. We might lose Zagrappin. That's a possibility. We might lose Zagrappin. Revin, what's going on? I'll try to bring back Devereaux. Qualified Day. Let's bring Gleboff back for the hell of it. Let's bring Kennons on for the hell of it. Just to get goalies for the system, or defensemen for the system, including Andrew Andrews. Alright, let's see. Forwards. What do we got? Suhonen, Legacy. Oh boy. Well, Suhonen, whatever, scored the cup-winning goal, so clearly he has to be signed. You don't score the Stanley Cup-winning goal and then get dropped. Legacy will try to pay you about $9 million on the season. Qualify Fedorov, qualify Teratukin, Vatanen. Holy shit, that's a little bit of money for you. Carlton's down to a 77. This team is cooked, guys. This team is cooked. The draft has been so bad. We've had to let go of key players. We lost Ekman. This team is going to be cooked for these next 3 years. I hate to say it, but I don't really see any way out of this right now that we actually make it to still be a competitive team. Like, if we make the playoffs in either of these final 3 years, I'll be legitimately shocked. Alright, we got our coach back at least. I don't even know if he will be our coach. Just go ahead and spam for that. So we got $55 million to work with. Did Liston reject his ELC? Is that what just happened? Or did I forget to send him an offer? If that guy is rejecting his ELC, that'd be the first time I'd ever see that happen. I have a feeling I just screwed up, but I feel like that's what happened. So Grappin, Spreakin, and Legacy. Probably too many contracts. That could be it. That's fair. That could be it. I mean, we're on 39. Exempt contract. Yeah, we might have to drop some RFAs, perhaps. We'll see. Carpentier will look to re-sign. For that reason, well, shit, if they're RFAs, I can't do anything. Well, if I miss out on the goalie, I miss out on the goalie. I mean, I have the UFAs that I could drop. We'll see. I mean, if that's the reason, I got the goalies that I can drop. Alright, so from the looks of it, all of our big dudes have pretty much signed, aside from the defenseman. Legacy. Yeah, Liston saying I got a full roster. Okay. It's because of the goalies. We're down to 27 million. So, 1, 2, it'd be 3, 4. I mean, again, I think Barlow could be re-signed, but what's the point? How much is Zanata gonna look for? Zanata wants just a dirt cheap deal. I mean, honestly, this massive group of Barlow, Zanata, Bird could probably just be dropped. You know, stick with Rantanen, Cardwell, Liston, McClement. And we should be fine. I don't really see any reason to bring these 3 back. I mean, even Billy Bird, he'd just be sitting there, so I think we're going to say goodbye to some old friendos here. To Billy Bird. First round pick, 15th overall in 2033. Billy Bird. 106 NHL games, 57, 33, and 7 with 7 shutouts and a career .902. Billy Bird is on the way out. Mr. Zanata. It's George, it is George. 2035 6th round pick, 175th overall. George Zanata. He's only played 13 NHL games, 6-5-1 with a .907. We're going to go ahead and drop George Zanata. The reason I'm not going to bring him back is because, again, they're just going to have to get dropped next year. And of all people, 15th overall in 2035, Nolan Barlow. From Vezina to bust. Has an incredible record. The regular season stats are still great over the course of 4 years. But you did not win us the cup, sir. Cardwell did. So, I mean, we could bring him back if we wanted to. But I want to make sure that... I mean, he'd literally be a healthy scratch because I want other people playing. We're dropping Nolan Barlow, too. Let's bring in Liston. Because this way, I mean, NHL is Rantanen and Cardwell, AHL is Liston and McClement. If not, Cardwell, Liston, Rantanen, and McClement. We'll see. Let's see, defensively. Is there anybody else? There's Day as an RFA. Gray Fox, what's going on? Wrath as well. Good to see you both. So we got $27 million left. We'll go ahead and hopefully sign the UFAs for what they're looking for. Even Cameron Carlton's still looking for a shitload of money. You gotta respect the hustle of Cameron Carlton. Liston signs now as well. So we have 1,000 RFAs, $20 million. They'll pretty much all stay with the team. And we should be good to go. So off to free agency. Sumal, Reynolds, Day, Antonio, Seal, immediately all signed. West is back as well. 7+ for 77. It's got to be morale included too. And morale is definitely a factor. I don't think he'll be that bad. He might be, though. Famous last words. Coaching staff-wise, we have some holes to fill. I'm going to try to bring back the 3 scouts we just dropped. I was hoping for A grades. There's only A minuses, so we'll just run with it as best we can. And then for the coaches. Interesting. Walker, Booze. How many other A minuses are there? That was the last one. So we'll bring on Walker, Booze here, hopefully. LA is also interested. This could be the one person who might actually be worth having as our actual head coach. We'll see if that pans out for us at all. I hope. Just got home from hell, aka Walmart. I mean, I suppose it depends on what Walmart you go to, right? Suppose it does. But, yeah. So, I mean, at this stage, it's going to be see what this team looks like, and then definitely have that approach of, you know, I mean, we can't end this until Bayer retires. And we got to keep it competitive for Joe's sake. At least treat it as if we were continuing onward, because, hey, you never know what could happen. I forget what role I offered Booze. I think I offered him associate. So we'll offer you assistant. We'll offer Chloe, who was here before, as an assistant role, and we'll leave the goalie coaching role open for now. That way I can move around staff. Because, again, we had an A-rated goalie coach, and they left. They retired. Let's see, we got our scouts. Booze signed, which is good. Fisher rejected. Chloe rejected. Don't like the size of our team's market. How dare you insult Trinidad and Tobago like that? Size of our market. Oh, don't go to Anaheim. Darren, come on. Who wants to go to Anaheim? Smoot here to defend the sake of Anaheim. It doesn't look like it. Let's see, for the hell of it. Alex Hawes, we'll get you a deal in there. Especially when you're unloading a 31 Eastern. What? Goon Squad hockey. It's all about the Goon Squad, Hochi. Hey, Smoot is here to defend the Ducks. Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, that's what I'd name a bagel shop. But, you know, in Tobago. Lovejoy rejects. Fisher rejects. Cormier rejects. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not even going to bother anymore. I'm not even going to bother. Let's just get to the beginning of next season. And we have to see what we're going to look like. Because I genuinely don't know. Again, there is a chance that this roster could absolutely blow. What about a bagel? One of the premium variety. What's going on, bagel? Who's better after it's all said and done? Stahl Brothers or the Hughes? Jared doesn't count because he's OP. I mean, you got Stanley Cups for... I mean, Eric. Jordan didn't... No, not yet. Jordan won a cup in Pittsburgh, too. It's going to be tough for Quinn and Jack to have that level of success. It is. That's a fair question. I might side with the Stalls over the Hughes. I'm sorry, just because Vancouver, their owners are kind of dumb. And counting Luke too. Okay, well you didn't say that. If Jared doesn't count, then how does Luke count? He hasn't played yet. Right now, it's the Stalls because the odds are in their favor. If we're factoring in Luke, then who's to say? Who's to say? I hope they have that much success. Devs, you would. You would. I can see why you would. But, you know, what are you going to do? So, goaltending this year. Honestly, we're going to try out Liston and Cardwall. I think we throw Joe Liston right to the Wolves and see if this dude can debut as an NHL goalie. And defensively, it's a Grappin, Leo, Saprikin, Legacy, Abdelkader, And unfortunately, Devereaux is in steep decline. So I have to see if there's a dude, which would probably be Carpentier over Persson or Persson, I suppose. If either one of those two dudes can work with one of our coaches as being in this lineup, otherwise we get to run a very old enforcer in our lineup, which sounds like hell. It sounds like hell. It just does. We have our 12 forwards, though. I mean, we said give West one more season in the AHL. He didn't really improve, even though they won the Calder Cup. It's time to see what Nasir West can do at an NHL level. It's all power forwards anyway, at least down to Langenbrunner. So let's take a look really quickly. Check the athletic scorecards. They run score the Devils with a win overtime against the Islanders. Check they're still in a shootout. I mean, I would have been cool with making presumptions because somehow the Islanders keep winning, and I really don't know how. I genuinely don't know how the Islanders keep winning. They're like, oh, we're without Anders Lee? Ah, fuck it, we're fine. Turns out Persson can work. How many times have the Aces won the Calder Cup? At least 2, maybe 3. Alright, this defense can survive without the extra enforcer. Fair enough. Carpentier will get the chance. We'll also call up Devereaux and just have him be around the team, sit in the press box, even though he's never going to play. Mayday, take it easy, buddy. Appreciate that. So I guess this works. Yeah. We'll have Carpentier, Applicator, Lilia, Legacy, Saprikin, Zagrapin. That defense works. We know that -1 isn't a death sentence. Could even swap around Lilia with Saprikin. So that's not bad at all. Forward-wise, I don't know. Did we let Devereaux play in the AHL or do we keep him at the NHL level? It's a shame he's in such steep decline. Honestly, I think this coach is going to work. It's so weird not seeing Ekman on this team, though. Oh, it's so weird. It's fucking tragic, is what it is. So I guess Sahonen... I mean, Sahonen, Carlton, Niedermeyer, Bayer, Fedorov, Teratukin. Does sound pretty good. I mean, you can just see how the depth
fanboy.
Of this team
the man was a fanboy.
Off. Davos hits 19 gosh darn dang months. Davos, thank you, friendo. How are you tonight? Thank you for supporting the content as you do. I guess we'll just roll with this team as it is, huh? We'll just roll with this and see how it works out for us. Don't really know how it'll work out for us, but we'll try it. Because why not? Davos, glad to hear it. Fire will get all the goals. I mean, he should. Fedorov and Teratukin are good enough offensively. That's our team this year. Again, I genuinely think we won when we needed to the most. We're without Ekman. The depth around this team. We are the Pittsburgh Penguins. If Evgeny Malkin were to retire. But Crosby was still here. We're the Penguins. Jesus. This will be interesting. And then for the AHL, I mean, we have Rantanen and McClement. Again, Rantanen's kind of our safety net in case our other defenders don't work. God, can we take out Bryson Day? Do any of these guys actually have potential? They're all medium 7s. It's brutal. We'll just go with that best defense available. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Well, that pairing's probably gonna suck. I take out Small. Bursch kind of sucks, but he has a good... Man, Bursch being a medium 6. That guy dropping the bits. Favorite player from the late 90s, early 2000s. I mean, Ray Bork. I mean, you can look at the vast majority of that Colorado Avalanche team. Ray Bork was the first guy to come to mind, so he's the answer. Alright. Is there a way to at least get rid of these minuses? There we go. We'll just run with our best team available. Again, we are probably going to suck. I very much expect that this team will be awful. You know, how could I not? Let's send you down. Bump you up. Bump up Frank. So now we need an assistant and a goalie coach in the AHL. Which we'll see if we can get, because people have been declining our deals, and it's kind of bullshit. Let's go for this goalie coach here. Sarah Rhodes. Sarah Rhodes. Anyone outside of Philly like any players in the Flyers? Yeah. I mean, you've seen me play 2K10. Do you not understand how much I love Simon Gagne? Is there... Hey, Connor McDavid. Let's not let Connor McDavid go to waste, huh? Let's give him a job in the AHL. Why not? Yes, I picked Connor McDavid over Brock Besser. Sue me. Sue me. US Central. I need a US West. I need a US West. Tyler, I like that Damian Rhodes call out. Good stuff. And I need a German scout. The Ice Hockey League. DEL. Alright. We should be good. Let's get the staff sorted. McDavid's on. Goalie coach Sarah Rhodes is on. So now it gets down to captains, because there is a free letter with Ekman retiring. It did go to Sahonen with Ekman retiring, but despite scoring a cup-winning goal, I'm not sure. Byron Ekman keep it. I'd prefer to give it to a defenseman. And I feel like it has to be Zagrapin. I feel like it has to be Zagrapin out of these defensemen. Although there are some good shouts for these defensemen. Yes, indeed, we went through Ekman's entire career. Let's, anyone else play NHL 21 in the goalie gear? Davos, did you do it? Let's give the letter to Zagrapin. Might piss off Sahonen, but it is what it is. Unless we have a different leader on the team. Yeah, Carlton and Viitanen, that's fine then. So we are ready for another season. As crazy as that is, we will look to defend our Stanley Cup championship. I doubt we'll do it, because again, this team's looking kind of rough. That said, we have to look at the record book, and we have to look at our new boys. So first and foremost for the new boys. Good old Smoking Joe Liston. It's Sonny Liston and Joe Frazier's great grandchildren. I don't know where I'm going with this. Joe Liston. Liston the Piston. You know, that works, considering this guy looks like fucking Davey Allison in the 90s. For any goddamn NASCAR fans out there, you tell me. Hold on, I'll put the picture up on screen. You tell me that this son of a bitch doesn't look like Davey Allison's long-lost kid. He 1000% does. You tell me that Davey Allison didn't sire a child who went on to become a hockey player. You tell me right now. The resemblance is uncanny. Reincarnation exists. Because Davey Allison's back from the dead as a hockey goalie. Oh, it's fair. I am so glad I didn't start something new. Thank God we continued this just so I could see that happen. So shout out to Davey Allison, number 1 in our heart. It's so stupid. Defensively, for the first time, we have a new defenseman in about a decade. It's René Carpentier, who is very French. René, what's the look? What's the look? Not bald, just a basic, you know, all right, René, good on you. Good on you. Nothing too crazy, just a by-the-numbers kind of guy. So again, I hate to say it, but of course down in the AHL will be Yves Devereaux. He has just declined way too much. For the forwards, I don't know if we have any new boys this year, do we? We have Nasir West, who is the last new addition, and Mr. West is not boring. Patchy, you are Jack Roslovich. Congratulations. Congratulations. Young Char, that's fair. Young Joe Thornton as well. So again, that is the team for this year. Again, losing Ekman to retirement is a disaster, unfortunately. If we look at the NHL records right now, again, top 5 in games played: Kotkaniemi, Thornton, Howe, Pasternak, Messier. Goalie games are glitched still, so who the fuck knows. Goals, of course, it's Ovi, Malkin, Gretzky, McDavid, and Lockdown at 840. Remember that 840 number when we see Joe Byers' stats. Most points, Gretzky, McDavid, Yager, Messier, and Ovechkin. Assists, Gretzky, Francis, Darling, McDavid, and Kotkaniemi. The wins, Brodeur, Hart, Waugh, Fleury, and Lundqvist. Shutouts, Brodeur, Sawchuk, Hainsworth, Hall, Plant. 50-goal seasons, Ovi, Carpenter, Bossy, Gretzky, and Ekman. Forever in our hearts. 100-point seasons, Gretzky, Lemieux, McDavid, Carpenter, and Dion. Season records, I guess. Again, I don't think we've had any new additions aside from Hunter Rizzi for most goals in a season. I don't think. Aside from Nolan Barlow setting the most wins in a record for a goalie, and then we let him go because he plummeted. Habs, I had heard that story about Gretzky seeing Chara. And he wasn't wrong, because holy shit, did that league just keep getting better. And then Dylan McElrath and Luke Shen showed up, and the league said, hey, let's be skilled. And really fucked those guys over. Most goals, or at least rookie numbers, Christopher Gerber was up there for most goals. He scored 50. I mean, that Teemu record's untouchable for the most part. I don't think we have any new records here amongst the goalies, though. We don't. Or amongst the rookie goalies. So for our franchise records, then, again, of course, it is Joe Byer. He holds every skater record in franchise history. Nolan Barlow has the shutout record. Bobby Peters still has the wins record. But yeah, it's Joe Byer. And again, in terms of goals, he's at 828. I think he needs, 840 to be top 5 all time? So Joe Byer, playing for he's already a Hall of Famer, but he's so close. He's so close. Season record at this stage. And again, Barlow set the shutout record not all that long ago. Ekman set that point record. So, some of these were more recently broken, which aren't that bad. The rookie race records. We haven't really had anything broken in almost 5 years. Lawrence Legacy with the assist record. Of course, he's played defense now for like the past 2 seasons. And the individual game records, nothing's been broken since 2039. Just shows how long-standing those can be. So in terms, and it's so weird to not see Ekman crushing people in preseason. In terms of our ratings this year, 91, 95, and an 81. So maybe, just maybe, we could actually still be okay in the sim. I'm not holding my breath, but it could happen. Again, we still have Rantanen in the minors. We could move on from him if the goaltending's not up to snuff. We actually have a lot of players that could get called up and fill in if we decide, hey, this team's actually half decent. There is absolutely no point in trying to tank when we only have 2 seasons left after this. Max. And the big thing, of course, depends on the names that we've been following now for years. Of course, more specifically, one Joe Byer. And I mean, hey, so far we're not horrible. I honestly thought we'd just get absolutely dunked on this season. Losing 3 in a row doesn't help. We're not bad. We could push for a playoff spot if we keep up this type of pace. Still pretty early, though. Oh, it's a weaker draft class than normal, which means I might as well not even draft anybody. 16-6-1 on December 1st. We're 9-1 in our last 10, and the top team in the division, Sahonen, 37 points in 23 games. Niedermeyer doing very well. Carlton, still pretty good. Probably not who you want for a top-line center anymore. And then again, Vesa Sahonen, Stanley Cup winning goal, is there. Teratukin with 20 points. Fedorov with 21. Joe Byer with 30. He has 10 goals in 23 games. 2 away from tying the record. 3 goals away from getting into the top 5 all time. Crazy. 7 points for Boom. He's kind of the weak link of that lower line. Honestly, we'll take that +1. Swap him with Boom. That works for me. And defensively, Carpentier's fitting in all right. No real issues there. Our top pairing's been amazing. Liston isn't cutting it. I forgot to turn off auto-rotate. Or turn it on. Whoops. We do know that Liston's probably not ready yet, though. I'm glad we learned that. So, I mean, if we were to switch to Jukka Rantanen and Cardwall, I think we'd be okay. So, we're going to send Liston back down to the minors. No waivers to worry about. He was a true rookie on the team. And we'll make that change in goal with Rantanen and Cardwell. And that way Liston and McClement get to do what they have to do, so... the Piston. I like the Piston nickname. It's good. It's good stuff. The Goons are back. Indeed, Polyrust, they are. So let's move ahead now that we've seen that goaltending change. Where did Barlow sign? To be honest, I haven't even checked. We'll see eventually, I'm sure. He's probably going to dominate the regular season goalie rankings, right? So, I figured that's when we'll look. Alright, the team slipped up a little bit that month. Still 21-12-3. Not awful. Welcome to January 2043, by the way. We're still in a playoff spot. Sahonen is still leading this team. Has it happened? Joe Byer. Let's go look at this, man. Unless there's competition in the league. Let's go look at this. Top 5 all-time in goals. It's Joe Byer. Unbelievable. I mean, no one's ever hit Novi with over 1,000 goals, but Joe Byer's in the top 5 right now. Ekman's in the top 5 for other rankings. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What a player. Rantanen as well, not exactly getting the job done right now. Cardwell might have to be our starter. As absurd as that is, we might have to take control of the goalie rankings here, or the starts. Aside from that, I mean, the issue right now, I mean, I can't really say that, you know, Teratukin or Fedorov don't work. Is there any way to get Legacy onto that line? There isn't, with it being a -1. Honestly, let's try it. Let's get Uriel Legacy onto this team. And, we'll see what happens. I think it's worth the attempt. Viper, what's going on? Honestly, from there, really quickly. I hate to drop Teratukin down that far, but I probably will. I think he still has power play time. This way the positives stay. That works for me. We'll go with that -1 and see if it works out. Let's keep going. Like I said, there's probably going to be, especially in these final few seasons, a lot of experimentation with the lineup. I mean, at this stage, too, there's no pressure. Like, if we don't win again, if we don't even make the playoffs again, it is what it is, right? We got what we were here for, but now it's just a matter of seeing out Joe Byer's career So 28, 18, and 3. We are still in a playoff spot. So Honan is still leading the way. 63 points in 49 games. So Andrew Niedermeyer, no doubt, still a top-line guy. Carlton, he's hanging in there. He really is. He's playing above his weight. So Honan's been great. Better off with 38 and 49 is not bad. Bayer up to 43 and 49. And Legacy's definitely improved as well. So I think that line will work out just fine. 20 points for Viitanen. 27 for Lundberg. 28 for Vatanen. Teratukin is crushing it right now. But I still want that positive on the fourth line. Even though our coach doesn't really roll 4 lines, it is what it is. And indeed, Cameron Carlton, in terms of whether or not he'll hit 1,000 points, I doubt it. But he'll get close. He'll get close. Defensively, I'm a little bit worried about Saprikin and Legacy. Honestly, the big issue is Legacy right now. Those penalty minutes are rough. That doesn't work. No, let's try that. Goalie-wise, it's Rantanen, man. He's not getting it done. So our goaltending, maybe we should have kept one or the other. Our goaltending is going to be Cardwall and McClement. I'm done with Jukka Rantanen. He gets claimed by Montreal. So be it. I'm done with him. If you're not cutting the mustard, get off the team. We're done with Jukka Rantanen as he goes to Montreal. So be it. Cardwall and McClement. Who says no? And then the AHL for Liston. Just go best lines. It signs a random dude by the name of Stapleton. And really quickly, let me just see if there's a goalie I can sign then. Is there a goalie I can sign that can immediately go to the AHL? Varlamov, Sinitsyn, Keith, Wilm. Let's go for Varley. Why not? We'll sign that dude. He'll be the AHL backup for the rest of the year. I'm going to hop on Be a Pro with Bayer. Good luck. That's a tough legacy to live up to, you know? Alright, so Varlamov, congratulations. You'll play in the AHL with Liston. We'll see if McClement can cut it at the NHL level. Let's keep going. Again, we'll check the stats at the end of the season. I am intrigued to see where, our trio of former goalies happen to end up. We don't even know if they'll be in the NHL. So, there's Carolina. A lot of head coaches have been fired. A lot. Snipe and Score felt the wrath of the mustard last night. He really did. 34, 25, and 4. Not quite the record that we're used to. We are still in a playoff spot. It's close. Again, Niedermeyer's doing very well. Carlton's still hanging in there. I like the way that second line's clicking. It hasn't been amazing, though. Third line's looking good. I mean, the offense doesn't appear to be the problem. Honestly, it's the goaltending. Even Cardwall hasn't exactly been crushing it. He's our guy, though. He's the one that won us the cup. He's our guy. Let's keep going. If he can't get it done in the regular season, don't worry. We'll know he'll turn it on in the playoffs. Our final home game of the season is our final game of the season. It's against Vegas. Will that be the final game on home ice for Joe Bayer? It depends on if we're still in a playoff spot. Another head coach is fired. Screw it. Let's go to the first. We lose to Minnesota. 43, 30, and 4. We have yet to clinch a playoff spot. It's looking pretty secure, but we could screw it up. 1 goal away for Joe Bayer to hit 30 again. 857 goals. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Did he catch McDavid already? He's 10 goals behind McDavid for 4th all time. He'd have to play another season to catch him. Let's see. Can Bayer hit 30 again? First period. Niedermeyer and Sahonen. Booka boom. Hey! He got it. Joe Byer hits 30 goals again. 6-3 win for the Goons. If only you could have number retirements, right? Joe Byer does it again. We are that much closer to sealing a playoff spot. Can we beat Ottawa here? Yes, we can, and the Goons will have a chance to defend their crown. We are going back to the playoffs on a decent little run here as well, battling Vancouver for home ice. Of course it's going to be Vancouver. It's us against Vancouver, no matter what. We know that Vegas game is not Bayer's last home game. It has to be Vancouver. We get home ice advantage on them in the first round by 1 point. The Goons are going back to the playoffs. 48-30-4. One of our worst records for a while, but still a 100-point season. In terms of the team, St. Louis is still... Look at the West, man. St. Louis, Colorado, San Jose, Winnipeg. Like, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that we made it last year. The Western Conference is a fucking nightmare. It's unbelievable how tough it is to fight, to fight your way through this conference. That said, goals for. We still had the third best offense in the league. Goals against, though, was up there. Mid-table. Power play. Mid-table. Okay, that's concerning. Penalty kill. Ooh, so an average power play and a kind of weak penalty kill. Not the best special teams in the world. I'll have to keep that in mind. For the players. Vesa Sahonen. 25th overall. Almost 10 years ago. An incredible shooting category. Led the way on the team. Scored the cup-winning goal. 95 points. For Vesa. Ridiculous. Career high in goals now. He's almost a point per game in his career. Andrew Niedermeyer as well. Quietly third best forward behind Byer and Ekman. Andrew Niedermeyer's been unreal. Over a point per game by 1 point. Andrew Niedermeyer's a Channel Hall of Famer too. This has been one of the most prolific series we've ever had in terms of memorable names. The Niedermeyers, the Byers, the Ekmans, like my God. And let alone some of the guys we had to let go of. Joe Byer hits 80 points. I wish 80 goals. 80 points at 39 years old. 33 goals for old man Joe. Whew. God damn. Look at the penalty minutes, too. Call this Joe Sleepy. He'll punch your teeth down your fucking throat. 861 goals. Over 1,700 points. Talked about it so many times. How does someone live up to Freddie McDonough? Joe Byer lived up to that incredible standard set by by Freddie McDonough. I can't believe Joe Byer did it. Sergei Fedorov, 7th round pick again, by the way. 7th rounder. Another very good season for him. Another 30 goals. Cameron Carlton as well. Has been around for a long time. There were a couple of players, a couple of times where we thought he was going to be amongst the players that we got rid of. Over 1,200 games, almost 1,000 points. If he plays one more season, he'll get there. Cameron Carlton still sticking around. Uriel Legacy. Legacy as well has that shout for Channel Hall of Famer. He's a little bit below the level, but just, again, what a unique player. The shots the shots and then the goals versus the assists. He's just such a bizarre player. Because there's really nothing about the puck skills category that would make you think he would rack up that many assists. Teratukin put up 51 points. Vatanen with 47. Honestly, our depth scoring was still pretty good. Our depth scoring was still pretty damn good. Defensively, Robert Lilia went off. Man, 3 guys with at least 30 points on defense. Carpentier with 12 points, but was a plus 27. So Rene was not out of place on this team, even though his attributes are rough. Goalie-wise, let's be honest, goaltending was kind of our Achilles heel this season. We tried a couple of different options. Cardwell's going to be the guy in goal for us in the playoffs, this we know. Around the league in terms of points, Dawson Takashi, Pete Delmas. A lot of Washington players up there. A lot of Sharks players up there. Canucks, of course. Sahonen wasn't that bad. In terms of goal scoring, 266 goal scorers, both power forwards who could have been on the team, but we ever won a goddamn lottery. As the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks hit us up. Now, I imagine it has to be King Lime and Deekslayer behind that. I imagine so. But thank you for that. Smoot's going overboard. I'd break out the I'm so sorry for this. I'm the worst. I'm sorry. I left my 3 Ducks jerseys at home. Can you tell Derek Crane he's elite, right? I know. I'll just hide this. Okay, that wasn't worth the joke.
Oh, good for you!
That wasn't worth the joke at all. Look what you made me do! God damn Anaheim. This is why I'm wearing a Sharks jersey. Hello, Lime. Hello, Deekslayer. How are you? How'd the commentary work go? Around this time we were supposed to be doing things. Aha! Hey, good news. The tack stayed in the blanket. This is bullshit. Clean your room. Fine, I'll just go. I'll just go. I'll just go over here. There you go. I'll just go over here. Technical difficulties. Fuck. The other one fell. Hello, pup. See, now the dog thinks she's going outside because I stopped, so I stood up. You guys are just ruining everything. All of this because of a lovely host from Friends. Isn't that a nightmare? Oh, God, I still haven't been able to fix this damn thing. It's just hanging up a blanket with tacks. What the hell? This is a nightmare. Alright, I think I figured it out. Have I mentioned that I'm buying a house? Oh, God, now that's a YouTube channel everyone needs. Toogs Home Improvement. Struggled to put 2 tacks in a goddamn wall. J-Borg, thank you for that Prime sub, buddy. Thank you. I'll text as well. What's going on, Brenda? Player of the Week hits us up as well with the 2-month resub. Thank you for that, sir. I do appreciate it. Tell us about the house, though. I mean, you know, hey, something's still gonna be worked out, but it might happen. Legendary Gaming, welcome aboard. I know we aren't slandering my team right now. You know? Well, it's one of those things. Anyway, defensively, 99 points for Larry Corso. Good lord. Legendary, thank you for the follow, by the way. Started calling me friend now. I've reached new levels. Apparently, yeah. 8 bedrooms, 6 bath, tennis court, pool. No. No, but some property and a hot tub. So, we're doing okay. Oh boy, hot tub is acceptable, right? Oh boy, alright. A lot of defensemen who don't belong to us putting up a ton of points. What do we got for goalies? Here we go. Where did our boys go? Shutout King was Vivieros. Is there a time machine? No. I wish. Save percentage. Where the hell are our boys? I mean, it's going to be a low save percentage for a Vezina winner this year, so I guess, you know, maybe we were a bit too rough on our goalies. Oh, hey, look, it's Evan Young, call him what you will, and Will Goalie. Dude, I haven't seen Barlow yet. Alright, Billy Bird went to Toronto and played 23 games. How much money did he get? Probably dirt cheap. Yeah, dirt cheap. We probably should have kept him. Where's our other boys? Barlow went to Buffalo. Oh, poor bastard. Poor bastard went to Buffalo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There was no way I was paying Nolan Barlow that much money. There's no way. It just wasn't gonna happen. Not a chance. Yikes. Have fun, Nolan. You deserve it. Whereas Cardwell, his save percentage was at a 908 instead of a 909, and he's getting paid $900K and won us a Stanley Cup. So I'm feeling pretty good. Zigomanis as well, another former goalie of ours. God, goalies come up through the Trinidad and Tobago system, and then they go elsewhere to get paid. That's it. Zanata posted a 900 for the Ducks. Dude, why did I not think about this? What the hell's the matter with me? I get hosted by Ducks Gaming. I've been waiting for it for like a year to do this.
Ducks! It's all about ducks!
Jesus, I've had that on standby forever. We also should have been the Oregon Ducks, not UMass, huh? We really should have been. We really should have been the Oregon Ducks in NCAA, but it's too late. Anyway, George Zanata didn't get paid that much, didn't do that well. Who's going to be the Rookie of the Year? It is going to be, don't call me, Triple H George Levesque. 62 points. Man, that is a drastic difference in terms of the points there and how they managed to score. That's good, though, that Winnipeg ended up getting somebody else that they didn't need to make my life miserable. That's just a fun time. It is. It's a fun time, chat. So with that, let's make it official. It is us in Vancouver. One more time. The never-ending rivalry. Also, not Bakersfield, but Burnaby won 56 games as defending Calder Cup champions, so we'll see what they're able to do. Would it really be a playoff run to defend our title if we didn't have to go through Vancouver? I don't think it would be. I really don't think it would be. That said, where is my phone? Because I'm going to take a quick picture of these lines really quickly, but I want to optimize the team. I do miss 2K's option to be like, hey, do you just want to optimize the special teams? And it's like, yes, I do, actually. That would be great. Whoops. Hopefully I didn't just wake up the girlfriend by opening up the camera app, somehow going straight to Snapchat? How the hell did that happen? And there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so honestly, we'll take a quick snap of the defense as well. Beautiful. All right, so best lines really quickly. For the forwards, it was Niedermeyer. I don't know how I feel about Carlton being our top line center. Yes, Achilles, we pulled off the double, NHL and AHL last year. It was a beautiful thing. Let's see, Teratukin stays there with West and Bukaboom, Viitanen, Lundberg, Vatanen. Not bad. Our defense was Ilya Zagrapin, Carpentier, Legacy, Saprikan, Applicator. I'm going to go back to this. Am I going to be doing the No Slaves challenges here? I don't know. Again, different place in my life than the last time I did that, where I, didn't have to be like, hey, to the girlfriend, I'm not going to see you, like, at all for 24 hours. Sound fun? Yeah, no, it probably doesn't sound fun to her. So, you know. All right, so the NHL team is set. Let's best lines the AHL team. Even if it messes up their chemistry, I don't really care. Again, Liston, let's get Stapleton out of there, so it's Varlamov. And we should be good. So, we kind of know that Vancouver has some advantages, perhaps. I mean, we kind of took a look at our numbers. I'm not really as worried about their numbers in terms of the team stats. We can still take a look, and we might as well. I mean, because, yeah, we can directly compare. So we had a significantly better offense. The defense was close. We had the slight edge there as well. We had the power play advantage. They had a slight edge on the PK, which means we are going to get just dumped. Is there a wardrobe change option? Again, I have 3 Ducks jerseys. I don't think I have any of my Ducks jerseys here. Hold on. Well, you know, for the old Anaheim Ducks account, I have to at least look, or at least I'll take off the Sharks jersey. It must be.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
So what do we think? Is this better? Oh, I had to. I had to. You're welcome. All right, much better. I'm feeling great. It's gonna follow until that. It is what it is. If you can't appreciate the memes, I don't even want that far. I don't have one of my Ducks jerseys here, unfortunately. Half my collection is at my soon-to-be-old place. The other half of my jersey collection is here. So, otherwise, you know, I mean, it looks better, honestly. Who needs to follow when you're sub, though? It's true, Bagel. Thank you for the gift, and I missed that. In terms of the stats, for the Vancouver Canucks, this is the most disjointed heading into a playoff round that we've ever had. And no surprise, with the Canucks, it's that top three that we're gonna have to worry about. Jesper Lundin is still there. Defensively, yeah. They pretty much look like they have the same roster, except Steve Van Ryn is new. Let's go take a look at the teams here. Did you only want to shout out Ivory? Fantastic. I mean, I think the only other jersey I could put on there for the memes is the Getzlaf Team Canada jersey. I don't think I have any other meme jerseys over there. Trying to think of what I have with me. I mean, I could just keep switching between, like, Western Conference teams and Pacific Division, but nah. I want to get through this first round so that we can play 2K10. Toxic. Very. I can tell you're new here. So Vancouver lines up like this. And yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Without Ekman, I don't know if we'll have the firepower to overcome that top six, including former Goon, again, Jesper Lundin. The problem is we face Vancouver basically every year. Thanks, NHL, for a lovely, lovely setup in terms of the playoffs. Yeah, this is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. Defensively, they don't have a great defense at all. Former Goon and McCutcheon, but their defense is pretty much the same thing. Sleep with one eye open tonight, streamer. What? Smoot, I will be gripping my pillow tight. Exit light enter night. So their goalie and Van Ryn. Oh, God. So he's either going to be amazing or he's going to suck. And there's no in between. Absolutely none. Steve Van Ryn. Hey, pick of the Kings. It's his first year in Vancouver after coming over from the Kings. He was okay in the regular season. He has traditionally absolutely sucked in the playoffs. Maybe that'll be a good thing. Maybe it won't be. I gotta find out. At the very least tonight, I have to find out as we look to begin our playoff journey here. I think I have to find out. 90, 95, 77, 92, 76, 84. Damn. I think I have to find out what's going to happen with this team. I mean, there is a potential repeat on the line here. It could be directly in front of us. It could be. Or I could wait until tomorrow.